Lesson 7. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves, from How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Imagine this: you're talking to someone, and instead of trying to impress you, they lean in, they nod, they ask, and then what happened? They let you talk. How do you feel? Comfortable, respected, important. Dale Carnegie said, "If you want to be a good conversationalist, be a good listener. To be interesting, be interested." In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, the people who listen deeply stand out. Listening is one of the most powerful skills you can master, and it's completely free. But it's not passive, it's active. It takes energy, intention, and heart. Why does this work? Because people want to talk about themselves. Studies show that when people talk about themselves, their ideas, their dreams, their memories, it lights up the reward center of the brain, the same area activated by food or money. So when you let someone speak about themselves, you make them feel good. That's not manipulation. That's human nature. And by being a great listener, you become someone others feel safe with, heard by, and drawn to. See the example from the book Example 1. Carnegie and the botanist Carnegie once attended a dinner where he sat next to a botanist. Instead of talking about himself or his books, he kept asking the botanist about plants. The man talked and talked for hours. At the end of the night, he said, "Carnegie is one of the most fascinating conversationalists I've ever met." But here's the twist. Carnegie barely said a word. He just listened, asked thoughtful questions, and let the man shine. Example 2. The silent party. Guest one of Carnegie's students tried this at a party. He chose not to talk about himself instead. He asked others about their work, their passions, their stories. People loved talking to him. They said, "You're such a great person to be around." He didn't impress them with words, he impressed them with presence. Example 3. The businessman and the client. A salesman kept losing deals because he focused too much on pitching. After learning Carnegie's method, he changed his approach. He walked into client meetings and simply said, "Tell me about what matters most to your business." He asked. He listened. He took notes. His conversion rate doubled because people felt like he understood them. Real-life imagined scenarios. Business example. Manager to employee A. Manager notices one employee is less engaged lately. Instead of confronting, she says, "Hey, I'd love to hear how things are going for you. What's been on your plate lately?" She lets him speak without interruption. He opens up about stress and feeling unheard in meetings. That one moment of listening changes their entire dynamic. Parent and child example. A teenage son walks in from school, slams his bag down. The parent starts to say, "Did you do your homework?" But instead they pause and say, "You look like something's on your mind. Want to talk?" He shrugs and then starts to share. You listen, you nod. No advice, just presence. He talks for 10 minutes straight, and when he walks away, he feels lighter because someone listened. Kids example. A new friendship. Two kids are coloring. One says, "My favorite animal's a tiger." The other usually jumps in with, "Mine's a lion." But this time they say, "Cool, why do you like tigers?" The first kid lights up. This is how children learn empathy and connection. Not by competing, but by listening. Let's wrap it up. Most people listen just long enough to respond, not to understand. But if you want to win people over, build real relationships and become a person of influence, stop trying to be interesting and start being interested. Ask questions like, "What was that like for you? How did you feel about that? What's your favorite part of what you do?" Then, listen. Really? Listen. Look them in the eyes. Don't interrupt. Don't try to fix. Just be there, because when people feel heard, they also feel valued. Today's challenge in your next conversation: say less and ask more. Practice active listening. Nod, smile, and repeat back what you heard. Don't give advice unless they ask. Just hold space. You don't need to be a great speaker to win hearts. You just need to be a great listener. Thanks for watching Lesson 7. If this helped shift your perspective, hit that like, tap subscribe, and tell me in the comments. When was the last time someone truly listened to you? See you in Lesson 8, where we'll talk about the key to making people like you instantly, and it's not what you think.